guess there were 6 technicals in the game. Can you remember one like that? And
I have no comment about the refs at all.
Okay. So second time you got ejected here, and 3 times, kind of, what do you think's been the main reasons for that?
I don't think there's any correlation between why it happened twice here.
I guess, did you get to watch the rest of the game in the locker room?
Yes, I did.
Just what were your overall thoughts on the game?
The team right now is not playing with the same personality as our past teams the last 4 years. And we got to get a lot better. I think we play 3 games in the next 20 days. And, rotations, roles, all those things are there's going to be some changes. So we'll go back, we'll watch the film. Positive is tonight, we finally created some steals. So that's a positive. Finishing at the rim is a huge issue, and not only not finishing at the rim, but falling down and now transition defense. It's been going on all year. So we've shown film, we've done drills. So we got, and we got to get a lot better organizing on the floor from the point guard spot. I mean, shot clock violations. There's a lot of things we have to clean up for sure.
Go ahead, Jackson.
You just alluded to some changes there. I'm just curious with the personality too. Is it about finding a new personality, or the changes to?
Our team has been it's been a program that's got great toughness, great will to win, great competitiveness. We need to be better in all those areas. To me, that's part of a team's personality.
How confident are you that y'all can get those things fixed and corrected and get the season turned around?
I'm just worried about trying to have a good practice on Monday. I mean, how confident is somebody to get it? I mean, we got to get better than where we are right now.
Eric, what impressed you about OU today?
They're really well coached. They play really hard. They understand their roles. I'm not in their locker room. It looks like they accept their roles. They looked connected. They play really good defense. They're very physical on the backboards. In my opinion, they have, Godwin's, his role of being a great complementary piece. He's one of the best in college basketball at going vertical. He's one of the best players at not needing the ball in his hands to affect the game. So really, really impressed with him, in particular with his demeanor on the court. He, in my opinion, he really excels at his role, and you're talking about, a guy who had 7 points. But I think he's phenomenal at what he does and what he gives them.
Coach, you mentioned the 20 days, 3 games. Just how important are these practices where you're not always trying to be preparing for an opponent or worried about a game plan?
Yeah, we're not going to prepare for opponent for a while. I mean, we're going to try to get better as a team, and so we don't need to talk about Lipscomb, and we need to talk about how we can get better.
Yeah, Eric, wanted to ask you about another one of OU's players, McCollum, and the job he did, especially there early in the second half, but throughout the game, running the point. What stands out to you about him?
I mean, he's a combo guard, plays with confidence, shot selection good. Tonight he drew 8 fouls. He had 5 rebounds. It's probably more than anyone on my team. Close. So I think anytime a guard rebounds, like I'm only going off tonight. I'm not going off the Providence game or anything. But he can shoot the 3. He can dribble, drive, 3-level scorer. I don't look at him just as a point guard. I think he's a combo guard. And they have 2 combo guards, which I think makes them effective. 12 and him, they both can play the point, and they both can play off the ball. You good?
Yeah. Appreciate it, Eric.
Coach, when did you know that TB was going to be able to go for you tonight? How did you assess his
Literally
minutes?
right before tip-off. I met with the doctors, I think I don't know, whenever I had to turn in the starting lineup. And then, based on conversations really with Keith Smart and I, as a player, if you warm up, you don't want to sit and let it, he did everything he could. I mean, he was rehabbing at all hours of the day, and he and Matt, the trainer, did a great job. Obviously, he wasn't his normal self, but he sacrificed for the team and tried to give us some minutes, and it's not why we lost. I mean, he played on a bum ankle for the betterment of the team, which is, you want guys to be that team oriented.
Yeah, can you just talk about the having this series here in Tulsa, and kind of what's the atmosphere been like, and the future of the rivalry, since you're going to then be the opponents in the
Well,
SEC?
as far as the future of the rivalry, as far as I'm concerned, every game in conference is a rivalry. I'll go all the way back to when I played college basketball, and University of San Diego's playing Pepperdine and Gonzaga. They're all rivals. There's no special rivalry for us. I didn't grow up in the area, so it's not like I, have some deep, So we play Oklahoma, we play Texas, we play Auburn. They're all important games. As far as the environment here in Tulsa, it's been awesome. Not often you can have 2 schools that literally you find a spot that's dead in the middle of the 2. Unfortunately for our fans, we didn't play very well tonight, but they traveled well. The Oklahoma fans traveled well. So, this idea was brought on by Lon Kruger. It was a great idea. The administration wanted to continue it once Coach Kruger left, and it's been a great series for the fans.
Scotty Limbo.
Yeah, Eric, just in your mind, just what are the top defensive issues that you see?
Oh,
right
there's
now?
so many,
And then,
Scotty.
Like, where do paint points allowed kind of fall?
I mean, I it was guarding the 3, right? I don't know, at halftime, they had 1 made 3. I didn't get to see anything much after that. So we guarded the 3 better. Again, I got bad eyes, so I can't see the percentage. That was a big focus, was not just Oklahoma. That's when we're trying to fix ourselves, is to not give up 3s. I mean, we have guys that are really struggling defensively, and some of the guys, quite frankly, have struggled, in the past too. Scheme-wise, technique-wise, we're doing what we've done for 9 years in college, and this group has not grasped or has not executed, whatever word you want to use, like the last however many years I've been coaching college.
Well, this is your ninth year.
There you go.
You guys got 6 blocks, and you could tell you altered some, but Porter talked about how they knew you were gonna get some blocks, but they just were gonna keep attacking. I mean, how'd you think did a pretty good job on paint points? What'd you think about how they were?
Well, yeah, they kept attacking because we can't keep the ball in front of us. So I would keep attacking too. If the guards can't keep the ball in front, I mean, there's only so many times your back line is gonna be able to block a shot. And so, I mean, we're top 7 in the country or whatever in blocking shots.
That's not tied for second.
Okay, second. So you gotta stop the ball. So we haven't stopped the ball, we haven't created steals, right? And we haven't defended a 3 until tonight. It's not a good recipe.
And then, do you like having a week before the next game to kind of get back in the
I'd like to
lab
have
and-
100 weeks right now. I mean, yeah, I'm glad we don't play tomorrow, because we have a lot of things that we're not just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over and over. We're not gonna keep putting the same lineup out there. We're not gonna keep, we've gotta continue to tinker and try to figure this thing out to the best of our ability, to your point.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. That was good.